welcome back to Neptune Straight Talk. We are live Wednesday, once again on Facebook, and I am your host, Dave Sweat.
I am your co-host, John Barbario.
And I am Najah Sweat.
Oh, okay. I mean,
That's my daughter for everyone who doesn't know.
I was going to introduce you and everything. I was going to give you a proper introduction, but if you're going to step on me, then
listen, I can introduce myself. Thanks.
Okay.
John,
We're already starting.
John.
We're already starting.
I started when I walked in the door.
This isn't a poop show.
There's always time for shit talk.
Oh,
okay?
Yeah, you talking shit now.
Layla's new favorite word.
What is?
Dookie.
And that's your daughter. That's your daughter. Not like your friend, just so
Nope,
everyone knows.
that's my baby.
Well, context. She likes Dookie, huh?
Dookie.
Not actual dookie, just the word.
Just the word.
Well, it's a funny word to say.
But what does she associate it with?
Actual dookie.
Oh, okay. All right. So she does like the actual Dookie. She's a big fan.
Well, yeah, so she'll poop on the potty, and then she'll look in the potty and go, poop! So yeah, Dookie's a good time.
Dookie's a good...
Damn kids in their poop. I just got to maintain since last week I became, enemy to the children.
Well, shit.
Kid hater number one.
Yeah, you did that. You did that to yourself. You
Yeah,
can't be going.
that's all
I don't hate all kids. I just hated those kids at that moment.
You called them mutants.
Listen, I
Listen.
embellish a lot to exaggerate to get my point across.
So,
welcome to the show, everyone.
welcome
Thanks
to the
for
show,
tuning
everybody.
in.
Thanks for tuning in once again.
Another Wednesday night.
Yeah, we got a few things to talk about.
A few things. I'd like to start off with a little story, and maybe our people at home can, place their
And hate on John some
lay
more.
their judgment out on me again. So I had an incident. So I went to get gas. Went to get gas at my local gas station.
Okay.
And I've been to this place before, seen the guy many times before. And I go there, and I should have known something was up, but my guard wasn't up. So he asked if he could, take care of the windows. What's up, Flippin' Yoshi? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Yosh.
He asked if he can take care of the window. So I'm like, yeah, sure. So he, squeegees the window, and then he walks by me, and he's mumbling something under his breath. And I'm like, what the hell is this dude saying? And he comes back, and he's like, what, no tip? And I go, tip? Tip for what?
He asked
if he could do the windows,
Right.
a normal
You
gas
didn't
station
request
attendant
it.
thing. No, I didn't request
Oh,
it.
okay.
I said, sure, do it. If you want to do it that bad. I mean, he's never offered it before. I figured he really, really wanted to do it.
Like, go ahead.
Like, you overachiever, you. Let's go.
You ain't no loose change, John?
No, I keep no change in the car.
Oh.
No change in the car. We had a car get broken into. I have a shared driveway, and the guy left his doors open. Someone went right in there, took all the change and money and everything. So I never keep change in the car. I had no cash on me.
Hey, Sam. What's up?
What's
Welcome
up, Sam?
to the show. Wow.
And so he asked me for a tip, and I go, no tip. And he gives me this look like I'm King Schmuck. And he, walks off mumbling under his breath. And I'm like, this dude tried to scam me, right? Like, this was a scam. I'm going to offer to wash your windows, a normal gas station attendant thing. And I'm going to ask you for a tip. Now, was I supposed to tip this guy?
I have
Do you guys all tip your window wash?
I have a question.
What's up?
Did you fill your tank?
Yes.
Damn it, John.
No, when you fill your tank, the gas station attendant is supposed to clean your windows.
Well, I won't say supposed to because, no one really does it anymore except for the guy at Exxon. I don't know his name.
What's up, neighbor Brian? Thanks
Shout
for
out to
tuning
the
in.
guy at Exxon in Neptune.
Yeah.
He does that all the time.
I'm just saying, but I'm an over tipper to begin with. So if I just pay for,
But would you have just offered the tip, or would you?
I would have offered a tip because
You're such a good guy.
Well,
Nobody's ever cleaned my windows when I've gotten a full tank.
Right.
No.
Right. It doesn't really happen.
It
It
doesn't.
doesn't really happen.
So when it does happen, it's like, oh wow, I got this $1. Let me give this guy $1. Let him buy a coffee.
Yeah, no.
I haven't experienced.
No
it,
coffee
I
for you.
haven't been able to do that.
Yeah.
What's up, Janine? What's up, Michelle? Welcome to the show. So let me know in the chat. Am I an a-hole, or is this guy a scam artist?
He should have done it, but they should. They should. What do you mean, Sam? They should wash your windows on a full tank for no tip. What do you think? He should do it for nothing just because you
just don't offer to do it.
I'm saying, but if you're giving a
I
service,
thought I was being a nice guy.
how many times have you gotten your windows washed by First of all,
Right, this guy never. They've never offered what should have been my red
we
flag.
live in the only
You
state that has somebody pump our gas for us. We are so.
And
What's
you
up,
can
Jill?
literally pull the little trigger, and your fucking car cleans the windows itself.
Listen.
Yeah.
I was kind of caught off guard when he offered it, and I was like,
Hey, what's
okay,
up,
yeah,
Jimmy?
sure, do it. What's up, Jimmy? Welcome to the show.
What did Yoshi say?
She said they don't try to wash windows anymore. Hey to the production team in the back. Yes.
Hey, Yoshi.
Kelly
Thanks
and
for
Val.
doing the show. Big shout out for Yoshi. What a wonderful job she did last week. Her and Nikki Willis.
Hey, Jill.
They came on and did their thing. Appreciate y'all.
And Samantha, yes, they should. They used to. So if he offered, he knew it was a part of the job. Old school. Right. He was trying to scam me. He thought he had, a little goofy kid that he was going to. But I'm 44 years old. I'm a man.
I'm a man.
I
Talk
agree.
about me. I'm 40.
I didn't have the beard at the time.
So
maybe there might have been 10 years off. Right there.
He's like, let me get this guy. I can
like,
do
oh.
it.
Not the accent.
Why?
Yeah, no. He didn't.
Okay.
We're going to skip right past that part.
I'm just saying it's
We're just going to pretend like that didn't happen.
What the hell? I do your
Dad.
window, you give me nothing.
No, Dad, stop.
That's an impression.
Just stop.
It's not. That's.
Just stop.
I'm just talking.
Next.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Just out of control.
I'm just saying you could have given the guy 26. No. Sorry.
I didn't have anything to
Yeah.
give the guy.
Okay. Oh well. Yeah. Sorry, guy.
You're not a cash carrier?
No, never.
See, I'm not either, but I will go to the ATM just to get cash out to get gas. It's cheaper.
No, I get points when I put it on one of my cards. I get
So it's
points every
fancy.
time I do
Okay,
it.
you guys are fancy, whatever.
What the hell is points?
Points,
for what do you
redeemable
I get
do?
points.
cash back.
So my card, I spend a certain amount of money. Like let's say I spend for every $100, they'll give me like $15. Just I could do whatever, and I always put it towards my balance, so I get money off.
That's fancy. I need that.
That's welcome to adult life.
Listen,
Come on, Najah.
adult life hit hard a long time ago.
Yeah. I try to tell your way.
But you're handling it well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
look at that.
One day at a time.
She's doing okay.
Yeah. Voice from beyond. You're doing well.
God, was that you?
No, it's just Kelly. And Val, another part of our team, Val's in the house too. She'll be holding up cue cards the whole day, like with, say this, ask this.
And Yoshi's not lying.
She's
Just-
awesome.
Just like you said, the only place in New Jersey you have to pump your own gas is on the military base.
Right.
Okay.
We are.
I thought that was going to
spoiled.
I didn't read the whole thing.
And then you ever go to another state and forget? And then
Well, that's what I was gonna
sitting
mention.
there like, where the hell is this damn?
I was talking to some
attendant?
people from out of state about how we
You
do
went-
gas here, and they can't imagine that we don't have to get out of our car and pump
Right,
our
and
gas.
finally, I'm sitting
What's
in
wrong with
Maryland for like 30 minutes, and finally some guy comes out and he goes, you know you got to go, but, oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
This is your father.
Well, he
I-
owned it. He was from India. He just said that, no. Sorry. But he said, what are you doing? Damn, I still couldn't stop. He said, what are you doing?
There you go.
You should have to pump you know you have to pump your own gas. Sorry.
Yeah, I've had to pump my gas. I think I've done it probably like
14 times.
probably like 4 times. When I went to Connecticut to surprise Tisha for her birthday,
Oh, okay.
that was the first time.
It's a weird experience at first,
It is
right?
very
Well, the
weird.
fir- yeah,
I'm
the
like,
first time
I'm
was-
spoiled. I don't do this. And then
Well,
when
I
went
worked
to-
gas stations when I was younger.
When I went to Virginia to see Auntie, and then when I went to North Carolina to see Jaylee. And it was honestly the first time I was confused. I did have to ask for help.
You did?
Yeah. Because I didn't know what the fuck to do.
I just want you to know, we
With
got the
F in
Yoshi
there?
face.
Have you got the F in there?
Personally,
you got the
I
face
prefer
card.
it.
Huh?
Because I don't want to wait.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I'd much rather do my. And
There's so many germs on that thing. I don't want to touch it.
I know, but these people are so slow now. And then you go to Wawa, and when you park near their station, they actually huff like, oh man, why couldn't you go to the other
You got
dude's
6
island?
stations you could have went to.
That was open over there. Why you come to my side? Like what? What the hell? I mean, just y'all generation is a little. Well, you just beat it. Najah was born in '95, so you just beat the asshole.
No, I got some assholes in my generation.
I mean, you could be one too, but
I am one.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh my
But,
God, she is.
Yeah, but
You-
I'm just saying, what your generation? What generations?
No, I'm
Z?
a millennial.
Oh, you're a millennial.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not Generation Z. I don't claim that.
Yeah. Generation Z is what?
Not me.
The younger than you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those people are
They're a
crazy.
lost cause.
Yeah. And you know, they are social media raised.
Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
And it's affecting their attitudes, what they do, and going into our main topic is the bullying. And John, I'll let you tell if you haven't heard.
So there's a story of a girl from Bayville, Adriana Kutch, 14 years old, ended up committing suicide after being bullied. There were 3 or 4 girls that were the culprits. They're minors, so they're not releasing anybody's names, but there's a big debate going on about how much trouble these girls should be in. And what do you think?
I think
They're all minors. They're all children.
So for those who, if you live under a rock, or if you don't watch the news like me, in Bayville, she was getting bullied repeatedly, and finally they jumped her.
They were throwing water bottles
at
stuff
her face. Kicking her on. We've seen all the World Star videos, which disgust me, and I hope it disgusts you too. I'm glad they're cleaning that up on Facebook and all other social media sites, because that was the basis for fighting. It was to go World Star, and who was going to post, how many likes you get. But they beat the crap out of this girl, and she ended up committing suicide. And I think, this is just my take on it. I think if you premeditate whooping somebody's ass and having somebody there to film it, they planned on jumping her. They planned on having a cameraman, and and humiliating her in front of other students, as they did on numerous occasions. But if you premeditate and you plan that, I believe you should be in orange sweatsuits, and you should be tried as an adult. I mean, we're living in a fast world. Everything's at a fingertip touch. Everything's swipe right or like. It ain't nobody signing their name no more. You want to act grown and get your likes on social media. Pay the consequences. There's a life loss in this incident. And there should be more than a slap on the wrist.
There has to be larger consequences.
No doubt, because you're not going to deter anybody from doing it again.
As someone who dealt with bullies from 6th to 11th grade, straight through, almost every day, I dealt with people messing with me. And a lot of it was the same people over and over again. I'm not a snitch, so I wasn't going to report it. But I knew there was nothing that was going to come of it if I did report it. There were no consequences. What were they going to get suspended?
I know, but I have a problem.
I was still going to have to deal with these people over and over again. It was going to be worse.
Right.
So larger consequences for these, consequences that also affect the parents, like expulsion.
Yeah.
That should be on the table.
No doubt.
Not suspension, 3-day, a week suspension. That irritates their parents, because they have to figure out, are they going to be home? Stuff like it irritates them. No, this has to be a larger penalty.
You're
much larger penalty.
You said you were bullied on a regular basis.
All right.
And I mean, and you said something very, like, I wasn't going to snitch. You are the recipient of the bullying.
You're the victim.
But you're the
Right.
victim, but
No, because I knew it would get worse. Here are the things that affected
I understand what you're saying.
my stance on reporting. I knew when I went home, like we were both. If I fought back, if I got into a fight, guess what? I was going to get suspended too. And if I went home getting suspended, it wasn't going to be I was defending myself. It wasn't going to be any of that.
Yeah.
It was going to be my ass because I got suspended.
Right.
Like I had to deal with shit at home too. So I knew I wouldn't have to deal with that shit at home if I didn't report it.
Right.
I knew it wasn't going to get infinitely worse if I got this kid in trouble, because this kid was coming back.
Right.
This kid was coming back in 3 days a week. He was coming back.
There is
and
no
he was gonna come with friends. Because there were a lot of times there were multiple people involved. I was a little kid. They knew I wasn't gonna fight. Like I was the easiest target you could possibly pick.
Right.
So
that was.
I did not feel safe reporting what was going on at all.
Right.
At all.
That's a shame.
On many
I
levels.
did. I got bullied from 5th to 8th grade, and I sure as hell told my parents and the teachers, and they got in trouble.
Yeah.
What kind of trouble? Spoken to?
Well,
Yeah.
Right.
But
That's
not
not
if they didn't
trouble.
get
That's
expelled.
not a consequence.
But the bullying stopped though.
That's not a consequence.
Yeah, because dad went to parents' house.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I remember one incident. My son was in a fight, and
It wasn't even a fight. He got jumped.
he got jumped. But Tyshawn, was it Tyshawn that came from
Probably
behind?
Him or Brandon.
And no, it was Tyshawn that came up from behind and hit him while somebody had David in a headlock. And I ran up the street. It was in the snow.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I didn't play. I got David, and we're going right to Tyshawn, and I knocked on the door. And I was ready for anything his father had. I didn't care what it was.
Right.
I was going to let him know David was in a fight, and he snuck up behind him and was punching David in his back.
Right.
I have a problem with that.
That's usually how it is. It was never in your
But
in your face. Giving you a
I
chance.
went and listened, and I was ready on his porch. It would have went down.
Right.
And I was not leaving without him giving me and my son an apology for his son's actions.
Right.
And he didn't. Listen. He dragged him in there he's of Jamaican descent. Let me just tell you, his father, and he dragged him in the house. And trust me, Tyshawn was on his best behavior for the rest of the year. You got to go right to the source. And listen, a lot of these parents, you'll get the other spectrum. Like, what did your child do?
Right.
What happened?
More often than not, you get that.
Yeah, but let me. There's Pamela Williams. Yeah, thank you for that. Your comments on our page. And we do have a problem with kids getting jumped in Neptune schools, man. It's like weekly, and they're letting these kids back into school.
Oh, I mean, that was going on. That's been going on forever. I watched that shit happen a bunch of times while I was
Okay, suggestions. What do we do other than charge these kids with assault? Okay, what do we do to stop it?
There have to be consequences.
serious consequences. Expulsion is the beginning.
Expulsion is
The beginning.
number one.
Right. You can't mention their names. You know what I mean? You can't mention their names.
Right. No, it's not legal.
So what do you do?
I don't think publicly shaming them is necessarily the answer, too. You got to get to the core of what is it coming from home? Like, are these kids learning that to be schmucks from home? Are they just doing it to be cool? Like you were talking about, trying to get the views and everything like that.
Exactly. They're
that what
doing
they're
doing it for social media
What's
likes.
the crux?
Can you read?
But are these kids willing to open up and tell you?
Right.
Yeah. Pam Williams has some ideas. One is that parents need to go to board meetings and report the nonsense, and also file police reports on the kids and the parents.
No doubt.
Well,
I agree.
That is one step. But who's going to go if you know your child is bullying? You know what kind of child you have.
Right. You're not showing up to that board meeting.
You're not.
Right.
You're not showing up. You know.
Because your kid is
But the
misunderstood.
Board of Education sees the victim's parents showing up, and if you continually show up, they'll be forced to do something.
Yeah, but
Or vote.
see, that's
vote.
where I have a problem. Yeah, I have a problem with.
It takes too long to enact.
Right.
It has to be.
It has to be immediate. All this red tape crap drives me crazy. Like if you know,
3 strikes you're out. The first strike is
Dude,
too many times.
it's cut and dry. This child beat up this child. These 3 kids beat up this one kid.
Right.
That's cut and dry. Do something about it.
Right.
Period. Because let me tell you, a lot of parents are like me, and there's going to be worse consequences. Because if you mess with mine, I'm ready for a jail cell,
Right.
and I don't care how that sounds. If you hurt mine deliberately, and you premeditate, and you post it, or you're filming whooping on my kid, oh my goodness.
Right.
And a lot of people say that, and, because these parents probably said that, mess with my child. Well, your child is being messed with, and there's nothing being done about it.
Right.
It's happening over and over again. And in the Bayville incident, until she commits suicide.
Right.
And I don't know the statistic, but I believe, and we can look this up, but I believe every 13 minutes there's a teenage suicide. and it's due to social media, cyberbullying, in-person bullying.
Well, that's a whole new
sexual gender.
That's a whole new level of it. Is the cyberbullying?
Right.
I mean, you don't even have to put your face behind it. You can pretend to be someone else and just
Yeah.
And a lot of kids have committed suicide over being bullied through cyberbullying.
People are a lot more bold behind the screen because they don't have to see the person that they're hurting.
And in my day, you talked about somebody, and they saw you on the bus, or they saw you when you got off the bus. Or we wrote letters. You can be behind this keyboard under an alias,
Right.
and spread some dumb rumor about somebody, and it get legs, and then before you know it, just one child is being talked about by a whole school.
Right.
Could you read Sam's comment, Kelly?
I can. Let me get to Sam's comment.
Okay,
So she said, I'm sorry, it just disappeared on me.
It starts at home.
Okay.
For the parents also, you can't send kids to school and expect the teachers to police the children. There need to be serious consequences. And yes, I agree. The parents are not parenting. They are being raised in the street. Parents working 2 to 3 jobs. Who's really parenting? And social media is a big issue. And David, I said the same thing.
Right.
Send me under the jail. Right.
Yeah, yo, I ain't playing. And we have a teacher that was on the show last week, Yoshi, and she also made a comment.
They're not showing up for me, Dave.
Oh, they're not?
I'm sorry. It's
Yes.
the most challenging part of school administration right now. Folks assume schools aren't doing anything. The same expectation must be for parents at home. Sad but true at time. Keyboard thugs are annoying.
Yes, but you say that, Yoshi, but you know it's happening. Like when is there?
Well, let me give you 2 instances
Okay.
in my schooling of when the bullies got bullied.
Right.
Someone had to stick up for me because I wasn't going to fight back.
Right.
So middle school, playing kickball, and you know how the high school gyms, the middle school gyms, they have that divider, so you can
Right.
split the gym into 2 gyms.
Exactly.
So we're playing kickball. Second base is up against the wall in the divider. I get to second base, and these 2 guys who had been messing with me forever were right around me, and teachers not paying attention, or maybe they saw they were in the distance, I don't know. But these guys just start pushing me into the wall, pushing me into the brick wall, pushing me to the divider. And then we go to the locker room afterwards, and I'm getting changed. And here they come again, and they're coming after me. So, this kid I was in homeroom with, Troy, he was from Trinidad. He was kind of jacked up, too, for a 7th grade kid.
Right.
So he saw what was happening, and I was always nice to him, and he yoked these guys. Like, he took the one guy and slammed him up against the lockers and said, if you F with this kid again, you got to F with me.
What?
And he looked at the other guy, and he said the same thing. And the color drained from these guys' faces, because this kid, Troy, would have whooped the shit out of these guys. And that was one of the happiest days of my life.
See, that's a very good point, because I believe...
It's not over yet.
Go ahead.
Fast forward, we come full circle. So junior year of high school, there was this guy who I'd been dealing with from 7th grade to that time. This was a separate person. So he thought it would be cool to, I'm sitting at the lunch table and I got my Snapple, and he comes up and takes my Snapple. And I'm like, I'm trying to not use the names. He's like, give me the Snap. He's like, I go, give me the Snapple back. He goes, no. You want the Snapple back? Take the Snapple back. I said, dude, just give me the Snapple back. And then he started opening it. He was going to drink it. So one of these kids who bullied in that story that I just had, that was pushing me up against the wall and yelling at me in the locker room,
Came and got the Snapple
got
back.
fed up, snatched, and this was one of his buddies.
Right.
Took the Snapple from his hand, put it in front of me, and said, do something about it. Said, do something to me about it. Give the kid his Snapple back. Don't mess with him again. And that was the last time I had to deal with that kid. So listen, you're asking a lot to have other kids stand up.
Yeah, that's
You're
a lot.
asking a lot. But
asking
God,
kids to police themselves.
that would.
If you see something, say something. I guess that's the
It was huge for me.
Yeah.
It was huge for me.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it. The one guy I'm still friends with, the one guy who was bullying me in middle school, I'm still good friends with. And every time we hang out, we get drunk. I'm like, remember the time you saved me at the lunch table? I'm like,
Here, have a beer.
we never stopped talking about it.
I'm sure at the time in middle school, he had no idea the kind of effect bullying you.
No one really
No one
thought that
does.
deep into it. No one really thought that deep. And there wasn't all these things. There wasn't the internet when I was in middle school. We had Oregon Trail on the computer. That was the closest we got to the internet.
And that because you're old.
Well,
Yeah, you are right, Pam. Some people, some of these kids might have serious issues at home as well. I mean, and we have to take that into consideration too. I'll take a step back. You know, bullying kids is probably direct result of the kids being bullied at home. So, you know, they're.
Not my kid, just not my kid. I know these people. I know their backgrounds.
Okay.
They just saw
not
a
all
weak
cases,
target,
but in
Right,
some
right,
cases.
right? They saw a weak target.
So Yoshi said HIBs, which are harassment, intimidation, and bullying policy enacted in 2011 because a young man at Rutgers killed himself over being outed. This work is exhausting, but we cannot ignore these reports because it's a liability, and every kid has a right to a safe and healthy learning environment.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't, like Pam said in her comments in a discussion with Janine on our page earlier, you know, parents are getting fed up. They're going to take their kids out of these schools.
Well, that's what's going on in Central Regional, which is the high school where this Amanda Kutch, this whole situation took place.
Okay.
There's a lot of board meetings and everything like that.
Right.
And the parents are going nuts right now. You know, the parents, they
wouldn't you?
Absolutely,
Rightfully so.
absolutely. Well, apparently, this isn't the first. There's ongoing things.
Right.
These bullying incidents. This wasn't the first bullying incident.
No,
this
this
has
is
been
the
going on
problem.
with other kids and stuff like
People
that.
being scared to walk the halls.
Like I said earlier, larger consequences.
Yes, and it's not just the kids. We have reports of at this Bayville school a teacher bullying. And what, John, you have the comments. Listen to this crap. And Yoshi, this is going to make your skin crawl. This is from a teacher to a student.
Right. So the student was saying, I was bullied out of this school by not only students, but teachers. I had a teacher sit there and tell an entire group of kids I was sitting with at a table in class that I was going down a deep spiral into a pit of despair, and nobody should be friends with me because if they were friends with me, I would just drag them down with me. That's a teacher telling a student that in front of other students in class.
Do you hear that? That's a teacher talking to a student.
To a child.
They would have to peel me off of him. They would literally have to peel me off of him. He would never teach another class if he would never teach another. He wouldn't be physically capable of teaching another class if he said that to my child. Are you effing kidding me? That could ruin a kid.
That's
Right.
traumatizing.
Are you kidding me? Anybody that comes around you is doomed to the same fate as your downward spiral.
I don't even know how to
Dude.
you need to not have a teaching job.
Yeah,
Terminated immediately. I second that notion. But with every student he ever taught should be able to kick him in his ass on the way out the door.
You know that's
Like
not the
the-
first time he said that something like that to a student.
Right, exactly.
We listen. I know Neptune teachers in Green Grove where my son went to school. I've seen him in bars. I hear them talking, and I'll keep my mouth shut on names. But they don't give a fuck about them kids. They talking about kids and they have favoritism. They treat kids differently than others. I still think, and a lot of people don't agree with me, I think it's child abuse to teach 25 kids at the same speed. I think it's child abuse.
Absolutely.
It's child abuse because 25 students, think about it, 15 get it,
Oh, you don't have to tell me.
9
Yeah,
don't.
everybody learns at different rates.
And you don't have the means to give these kids individual. So what do you do as a teacher? You cater to the ones that are the ones that are raising their hands.
Easiest.
The easiest to do. And that's the reality of it. The system has to be rethought because you can't expect 25 kids to learn at the same rate. Just doesn't happen.
Right.
Case in point, me with computers. I don't get that shit all the time. I have to go slower. But if I was in a class with somebody as computer literate as my daughter, I would be behind. And I would get psychological problems and I'd rebel and I might even become the gym teacher, the gym class bully because you got an 80 in there and I got a 50, but I'm better in running you down and throwing you on the ground.
But when I was in school, big fear, especially in the middle school or high school too, there was that section of kids who were slower learners that were kept in the trailers on the side of the school. At what? Oh, okay. I thought you were telling me I was wrong. I'm like, no, I distinctly remember this area.
Oh, I saw it.
Wow.
And if
gotta
if
be
you
careful.
spoke up that you didn't, if you showed that you weren't keeping up, the fear was you were going to be put in this area. And if you went into this area, if you thought you were getting bullied before, holy crap, it was going to get even worse. So there was a lot of
Right.
a lot of fear there.
There's Miss Clark, Mr. Clark, telling people that they wouldn't amount to anything. Like Kev Dunbar, and Sam has something to say.
Well, Sam said Mr. Clark told me I would never amount to anything. He was an a-hole, and I am saying names.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And Kev Dunbar is saying the same thing.
About Mr. Clark?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Mr. Mishler, who you might have your
Yeah, Kev said that Mr. Clark told him the same.
yeah, Mr. Mishler, he would say shit like
You mean Misner?
Mr. Mishler.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Mishler. I
Mr.
know.
Mishler with the
With
the one
the
that
hip.
has a spit on his
With
teeth.
the hip, right?
Yeah, with the hip.
Yeah.
But he used to call us fuddy duddies. You're a Mickey Mouse. You'll never amount to nothing. You're a loser.
Right.
That's how he would talk.
But
to
that's
you.
how he was motivated as a child, probably.
Right,
That's what his parents
right.
said to him.
But-
This might be the best
I was-
comment of the night, though.
Right.
Pam Williams, in response to what Sam and Kev said, is that y'all proved him wrong.
That's what's up.
Absolutely, but
But our generation
damage was already done.
Our generation, we have thicker skin. It's a whole different ball game now.
Right.
We had thicker skin because, like I said, we had hands-on experience. Like you had to talk to somebody and see somebody. Najah, you had a little of both. At the end of your high school, you started getting more into the social media thing, but you lived what we lived, and in grade school, and how was that transition going from having to see somebody and write a note to being able to communicate social media wise?
Well, it was two completely different worlds. Fortunately, I was never bullied in high school, so I never had to deal with that. Like the whole cyberbullying and keyboard thugs, I never was on the receiving end of that, but I do know people that were.
Yeah.
And in middle school, we had flip phones and stuff, but I was in a Catholic school, so you weren't allowed to have your phone out. If you had it got taken away. High school was a lot more lenient.
Dominus ominous.
High school was a lot more lenient. Like, you're not supposed to text in class, but we did anyway, so.
So we gotta Kev's getting a little antsy over here. Kev Dunbar.
I addressed your bullying. Who
No, he wants to bully you into a macaroni and cheese.
he ain't.
bagel.
Yo, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
I can't wait for that. I've been waiting for that since
Before,
Thanksgiving.
before we get to that, I just want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
Val said, I was in a training class for American Express corporate travel in an online class of 27, and 17 of them knew the system, and 10 of us didn't. We were set up for failure, and the other 17 were ahead of the game. I always questioned how they thought that would work. I quit the job, so it didn't work for me as an adult. How is it working for children still learning basics? They quit school?
Yeah.
No good.
Yeah, they just go in a shell.
Yeah.
You're slow and you go in a shell. But listen, I'm gonna take a left turn real quick because Kev.
We got to address Kev.
Because Kev, he talking shit about my mac and cheese. John, you had my mac and cheese.
I did. It was legit.
Okay.
It was legit, and I have a gluten allergy, so that's the kind of shit I shouldn't eat. And I chowed down on it, and I suffered, but it was worth the suffering.
So
Totally.
I'm just letting you know,
I'll
Kev.
eat anyone's macaroni and cheese.
I think he's saying game on.
Yeah.
Well, listen, game on at Thanksgiving, and then we haven't heard from you since, Kevin. So come on, man, step up your macaroni and cheese game and get it over here. Dave can whip that shit up in 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's one of my specialties. So I think you might want to, we can have a cake off.
Are we going to put mac and cheese
Yeah.
up?
Mac and cheese.
Yo, it's gonna be mac and we're gonna have a mac and cheese.
At the diversity picnic.
Yes, we're gonna have a mac and cheese off at our diversity picnic, hopefully at Shark River Park.
3 years from now.
No, shut up.
Jim, now what's a mac and cheese?
No, but I'm
In the works.
like I said, Kev, if you whoop me, you get to come on a show, do your show with your own panel, and I'll produce it. So we're gonna have a blind taste test, and whoever picks, whoever mac and cheese wins, and it's gonna be mine. You get to have the table. You can make
Who are the
it.
judges?
We're gonna have 3 blind judges.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't eat mac and cheese, so I'm out.
Yeah, my daughter
Wanna be
don't
a
eat mac
judge?
and cheese. She ain't black.
I want to be a judge.
She ain't black.
Does
I
anyone
like cheese.
does anyone know Ruthie's? Because Brian Collins says Ruthie's mac and cheese is the best.
Yo, you can bring Ruthie's over too, neighbor.
I don't know
It's
Ruthie's.
only a short walk. You walking over, but you're limping back.
Where's Ruthie's?
Ruthie is my neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Brian's roommate.
Kev said your only cheerleader is your co-host.
No, I have to disagree with that, Kev. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna talk shit anyway. Everybody in my family will vouch for my dad's mac and cheese.
Kev, I've never had yours.
Like I
can't
said,
cheer you
game on.
I'm saying, and it ain't just that. You name it, I can cook it.
Period.
Meatloaf, jerk chicken. I hate saying that. Sounds so
Wait,
bad.
what's
Yeah,
that
it's-
chicken upstairs?
Someone's
Honey blackened chicken with fresh mango salsa.
My dad can throw down.
You know what I'm saying? I could stuff a pork chop too, and chicken breast. And I do some mean Cornish hens and some red snapper.
Your homemade sauce is good too.
Yeah, I make the best.
If you like boiled
just bring
pasta,
your shit
I'm
on.
your guy. I can boil pasta with the best of them. I hit those numbers on the microwave quicker than anyone else. Like an old Western.
Sam said, "You don't eat mac and cheese. Shame on you."
That's not his fault. Everybody tried to get me to eat that.
Yeah.
I don't like cheese.
Yeah,
It's not my
she's
thing.
So no
only-
pizza.
I eat pizza, but not. That's the only thing that I'll eat with cheese on.
Well,
it.
mozzarella it's not really pungent.
It
It's
had, I like the pizza to have just like a smidge more sauce than usual.
Yeah,
I don't like the cheese.
yeah. I am the funkier the cheese, the better. If you close your eyes and the cheese I like is either you can walk into a room, you go, that's either bad meat or good cheese.
Oh my god.
That's how
Or bad feet.
right. That's how funky I like my cheese.
No, thank you.
Flip said both of y'all get on it. Stop talking and get on it.
You could be one of the. Do you eat a mac and cheese?
I would assume so from that.
Yeah, I know,
He
but
probably wants to be one of the judges.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get on it. Okay. See,
It's me, Flip, and Flop. Bring Flop too.
Yo.
We'll have 3 judges.
no. All right.
Sorry, Flip. I haven't.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this 3 weeks from today.
Wait, we gotta plan this more. You can't just be putting dates.
No.
Yeah, it might- we might be in
It's just Kevin coming, bringing his fucking mac and cheese. And wait, no, we gotta have rules. Give me a little more time because
Exactly.
I want both of us to videotape us actually cooking the mac and cheese because I don't believe you do it.
Oh, wow.
Your mama can't do it. Your
I
grandma
don't believe. I think you're gonna get a ghost cheese maker and you're gonna bring somebody else's shit up in here and try to pass it off as your own.
See?
I'm putting mine. I'm gonna go live on Facebook and I'm gonna mark it with I don't
No,
know.
but you can't reveal your secrets.
Listen, that provides a good segue, though.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
We're doing it soon, so you just be
Stay
ready.
tuned. Stay
The
tuned.
segue,
Thank you. Stay tuned.
the segue is
Yeah.
we have another thing coming up. We did it last year,
Yes.
and there's going to be no faking. You have to put your face on screen.
Oh yeah.
We have to see you
Our
doing it.
NST's second annual singing competition.
Not that last person was faking last year when it happened, but I'm just saying.
No,
We never know.
Last year we had how many? We had 18 people, or what was it? 18 people initially posted videos.
Posted videos of their singing.
Of their singing, and our first prize winner was $500. We're gonna do something different this year.
Derek Testino,
Derek
our first winner.
Yeah, Derek Testicles.
Testicles.
Yeah, he won first prize last year, and who won second?
Thais Davis.
Dice Davis won second.
There you go.
Yeah, Kev Dunbar was the first one to submit a video. He was doing karaoke, and he did a pretty good job with his deep ass voice. So, if you won last year, Derek Testicles, you cannot submit a video again.
Oh, you're out, bud.
You're out.
You're
you
out.
can't enter.
You can cheer us on, though.
Right. And if you first or second, you can't.
We're going to give you way more details. This is just
Right.
making the announcement that you are getting the second annual NST Live
Yeah.
singing competition.
Again, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more information.
For more information.
But we wanted to wet the whistle, wet the
Appetite.
appetite.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to wet his
Speaking
whistle.
of appetites, I just want to give Kev Dunbar a little shout out. He's been catering since 2011, and it's Kevin's Confections with a K, LLC.
That's right. Post it. Yo, put your link on the page, Kev.
And
Because
he does great things with his the charity that they do, which is Everybody eats.
Everybody
eats.
Yes.
Wow, my brain worked for once. Holy crap!
Look at you being useful.
Right? I did it, guys. I did it. Everybody Eats, doing great things with them. They helped a lot of people eat during the holidays. A lot of seniors.
Yes.
Doing great things. So,
I mean, I ain't taste none of their food, but
yeah, I didn't have no
somebody
mac
who
and
needed
cheese.
it,
That's for sure.
Yeah, I ain't had no mac. Oh, yeah.
It went to the people who needed it the most. So
Yes.
it was a good thing.
Right. Yo, please hit those like buttons. I have
What's up, Tamara?
I'm going to put out a little plea to my followers and the people that are watching. I want to go live. We want to go live on YouTube. I need 7 more to subscribe.
It costs you nothing.
It costs you nothing.
You go to the
Share.
page.
If you are
7.
tuned in right now, please hit the share button. There are 17 of you.
Right.
We're bound to get more
I-
followers if you
right.
guys share this live.
Listen and go on.
Go
Let me
to
through
our YouTube page.
Go to YouTube and search Neptune Straight Talk. You'll see the logo and just hit subscribe.
That's
I need
it.
7 more. We'll have no music restrictions. We'll be able to play music without getting booted off the air by Facebook.
Facebook, we get
I
copyrighted.
need 7 more people, and I don't want it to end there. I want it to go because once we get, if I had the same amount of as I do on Facebook, we'd have unlimited, and I'd have sponsors. We'd be able to do something bigger with this. So
Right.
all it takes is a couple of seconds. Just go to YouTube. It takes a couple of minutes. Look for just search Neptune Straight Talk.
We'll
and
share
hit-
the link on the page too.
Right, and hit that subscribe. You'll really help us out. We just need 7 more people to go live on YouTube, and that's huge. We'll have no restrictions. So I'm just putting out that plea. Hopefully, you'll take a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes and help us out with that.
Absolutely.
I would be very greatly appreciated.
We all would. And I have a correction here from Kev Dunbar.
Yeah.
His charity is Kevin's Confections, Kane's Project, Kaine.
What's up, Iz?
So wait a minute, hold on. I got to get the whole name. Let me get this right, Kim.
Yeah.
Kevin's Confections, Kane's Project, no name. In memory of my late niece I lost in a car accident in July. So that's the name of his charity.
Okay,
What's
yeah,
up, Izzy?
Yeah, thanks for straightening that out, Kev. Still gonna whoop your ass in the damn competition. So now,
Bring that mac and cheese.
bring it.
I'm ready to eat.
Bring it.
Fat boy's hungry.
yeah, we're gonna so the singing competition is gonna be big. We're gonna get this, all the details, and in the next month we're gonna get this thing going. It's gonna be a 4-week thing, just like we had last time. It's gonna
And we're
be
gonna
a
work
month.
on a new voting system.
Right, a new voting system.
It's not gonna be a Facebook popularity contest. We just gotta work out how it's gonna work.
Right, yeah, and you must be a member to have your vote count.
Absolutely.
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 So if you got a niece that can sing and she drops a video and all her Instagram friends that are not on our page, their votes will not count. And we had people get their
We had to sort a lot of
Yeah.
votes out.
Right,
There were
because there were a lot of people who
joined.
didn't join would just hit the like.
Again, all they had to do was click a button.
click a button,
And
join,
that vote would have counted.
and then their vote counted.
An extra button.
And that's not and your niece or your best friend or your friend or you will possibly win $500. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a second place prize, and we're gonna give out merch for the other place winners. But we're gonna pan out and figure out all these details in the next couple of weeks, and we'll keep you abreast.
But be on alert. Be
Yes.
on alert because it's counting.
And I'm not going to try to steal the competition this year.
Oh God, that's bad.
It wasn't you.
Oh yeah, it was
That
Tex.
wasn't you.
Yeah,
That
it
was Tex. That was there was
it was Tex and
so many of your friends showed up for that contest.
It was
Great.
Neville. It was Tex, Neville, and
After the show, I got to talk to you. I have another idea for another.
Tony Bag of Donuts.
Tony
was
Bag
my
of
favorite.
Donuts.
Tony was the best one.
Tony was the best one.
Absolutely.
I got ideas though. I'm going to talk to you after the show about it. You guys don't get to hear about them yet. You'll
Yes.
see the ideas come to fruition though. I have a feeling these are good ideas.
I have a feeling.
Yeah, that's
You
what
don't
I
know the
do.
words?
Come on.
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
Oh yeah.
It's not hard.
What's after that?
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
And what's after that?
That's just
And then what happened?
And then. And then. Yeah, but we're gonna we'll be back next week.
It'll be March already. Can you believe
Yes,
that?
we're gonna be at. Damn.
We're going back into winter. We had a little bit of taste of spring.
Stop the show. Stop the show.
Uh-oh.
I am so sorry, baby. This is my daughter's going to be 28 on the 28th. Yes, she just made it. She just beat leap year about one day.
Well, 95 wasn't a leap year, so I was in the clear.
I knew you'd
wasn't
have been
gonna
March
be-
1st.
yeah.
Yeah.
She walked in here and said, "This is her birthday show
Yes.
because her birthday is next week."
Yeah. So we and you know,
Tuesday.
yeah, it's
And then she
Tuesday.
said it's her birthday month.
So
It is my
I-
birthday month.
well, everybody has a birthday month. But
No, you get one
My
birthday.
daughter's allowed.
John's just a hater, so
I am. I'm a miserable human being. If you haven't figured that out.
that hates children.
Hey, what's up there? Oh, look who's on. Serene, Joel.
And Gary.
Hey, what's up, girl? What's up?
What's up, Serene? Welcome.
Thank
Welcome
you for
back.
the
Haven't
birthday
seen you in a
wishes.
while. Thanks for coming
you.
back.
Yeah, thanks for coming back. Happy birthday to my daughter. She's going to be 28, and yes,
Thank you.
that's big for me too. Damn, 28. What the fuck?
Yeah, 30 is approaching.
Yeah, that's weird because I'm only 44, so 44 and 28. I had you when you were born when I was what? Damn, 16.
Yikes.
Lies.
Damn, I was doing it.
I thought we were supposed to be an honest
I
show.
was doing it.
I thought we were bringing quality information.
What are you talking about? That is accurate information. 44.
Well, I'm
I was
44.
born in
So
79,
we're the same
graduated in
age.
97. And for all that you already know, then shut up. I'm 44. Shut
Flip
up.
says happy birthday, Najah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes. I almost forgot. And I know you'd have been like, you ain't even mention my birthday on the show.
I would have did it myself.
You was going to do it? Okay.
I sure was.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hello.
Well, thank you so
we
much
didn't
for...
do our LOs.
Do you have anybody have anything they want to add before we
Just be good people. That's all.
yes.
Yep.
Be a better you tomorrow.
And pass it on. Don't just keep that goodness to yourself. Pass it on to any next generation you get a hold of.
A smile is contagious. Just remember
Got a
that.
happy birthday from Brian. Look at you.
That's right.
Because I told you this is my show.
Yes. Oh shit, she just took over. So thank you everybody
Happy birthday from Jill.
for
Thank you,
tuning
thank
in.
you.
And all you newcomers, I appreciate seeing you. Sam, thanks for tuning in. Yoshi. Sam, thanks for-
Serene coming back. Thank
Serene
you.
coming
Kev,
back.
get your damn macaroni and cheese here and stop talking shit. Get it here.
All of you, thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you next week. And until then, this is NST Live signing out because I'm your host, Dave Sweat,
I'm your co-host, John Barbario, and this is the birthday girl.
I am Najah Sweat.
and we will see you guys next week. Peace.